Hey, it's your girl Lay back with another pick a card video. This is what's your key to happiness. So, what does your life need to look like in order for you to be truly happy? Because at the end of the day, you create your happiness. You requested it, you voted for it. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, go to my channel page and check out the community tab. I put a poll and this was what got the most votes. If you're already subscribed, my post will automatically show up on your subscription feed. And if not, you need to subscribe so you don't miss out and you can influence what kind of videos I do. Also, let me know what you want to see on the community tab. Do you want to see memes, daily card draws, more polls? What? Let me know. As you already know, I have to give this disclaimer. This is a general reading. Everything probably won't resonate. Take what does, leave the rest. If it doesn't resonate with you, maybe you need to choose another pile, or maybe this is just not the reading for you. However, I do offer personal readings. They start at $15 for one question. So if you want something specifically tailored to you, send me your question to tarotbylayla@gmail.com. If you're new to my channel, I've been doing a free reading giveaway for each 100 subscribers. However, starting in the new year, I won't be doing that anymore. I'm sorry. But I will be giving away free readings, but they will be on a monthly basis. So, starting in January, if you comment on any of my videos within the month of January, you will be automatically entered into a free reading giveaway if you're already subscribed. Before I get into your lovely piles, I also want to say this won't be the end to your misery. The true key to happiness does rely in you taking action to make your life look like what you want it to look like, okay? You still have to do the work at the end of the day. Now, that being said, I have three lovely piles. Pile one has a mood ring key, pile two has a car key, and pile three has a home key. Yes, these are my real keys. I wish I had some of those beautiful old fashioned keys, but I don't. But it's all good. So choose the pile you are most drawn to, or the piles, or watch the whole video, however you want to do it. And the timestamps will be down below for you to fast forward to your particular reading. I'll see you there. Bye bye. Hey, pile number one, you are in the right place. So this is for if you were drawn to the mood ring key. Now, this key obviously doesn't work anymore, but it is a mood ring key. So I'm not going to call you moody unless you're Cancer. Just kidding. But I do feel like your feelings and emotions are very powerful. You could be a water sign or have that in your chart. Don't have to be. But for you, your feelings are a really good indicator of your happiness level. I mean, you can say that for everybody, but for you especially, your feelings are indicative of your intuition. You All you need to do really is listen to your feelings. Don't ignore your feelings. Don't try to bury them because they're information to you and they're super important. Your emotional nature is very important. So don't fight your feelings. That won't make you happy. All right, so let's look at your first two cards. I'll start at the bottom. So, okay, so we have Nine of Wands in the reverse and Page of Cups in the reverse. Now, this is funny because I was just talking about emotions and, Page of Cups. Cups are, the emotional suit or, yeah. Again, you cannot not listen to your feelings. That is not going to make you happy. I feel like for you, in order to, feel fulfilled and happy, you've got to work on opening up to others and letting down your guard and letting others in. You could be scared. You could be scared of, being hurt for whatever reason. But if for you, it's just not a good idea to bury your emotions. they need to come to the surface. They need to be expressed in order for you to be happy. Okay. If you look at the Page of Cups, there's a little fish poking out. The fish is talking about, the I said subconscious, the subconscious or the unconscious, trying to come to the surface, the conscious level, and you could have also a very rich imagination, or you could have very vivid dreams. Again, pay attention to that. Don't stifle that, because that is not going to make you happy. We also have with the Nine of Wands. So, she's putting up a guard, a defense. And you know what? Most people, everybody, you need to have certain boundaries. You just do. You can't let everybody into your life. They don't deserve a place. And some people are toxic and harmful. But, when it's in reverse, you could be keeping out good people as well as the bad people. Your defenses may be too high or too strong. You know what I'm saying? There's a balance to it. And I do feel like with the Nine of Wands, you are a warrior. The Nine of Wands is a warrior. They persevere. So you have that inner spirit, that inner fire. But again, it's a balance. Balance, balance, balance to it all. Okay, let's see. Your next cards are, we have Mutable Moon, Nothing is Set in Stone, Poet in reverse, turns a lyric gift to negative or destructive effect, expresses soul insights in symbolic language. Oh my gosh. And we have Here and Now in the reverse, 32. Pile number one. Come on. I was just saying this. You're a creative genius. Okay? You could be the next Steve Jobs. I kid, but no, for real, you do have a very rich creative nature, and you could be a sensitive soul. I'm getting heavy Pisces here energy, and it says turns a lyric gift to negative or destructive effect, expresses soul insights in symbolic language. This is the same thing as this Page of Cups. For in the Page of Cups is the fish coming out the cup. In this card, it's a dove coming out of her mouth with love. So yeah, your soul, when it communicates to you, it doesn't like say words like, oh, you should do this, or this is going to happen. It expresses itself in the symbolic language of the universe. So symbols, just like the tarot is nothing but symbols. So don't ignore it. It may not make sense to you why you have certain synchronicities appear in your life. It may not make sense. Maybe you always say, for example, you keep seeing like a fish everywhere. You have a dream about a fish, and then you meet somebody new and they have a t-shirt and there's a fish on it, or you turn the channel and then they're talking about fish. Okay, look it up. Look up the symbol for fish and listen to it. Even if it doesn't make sense. Like, you could be very conflicted. Maybe you're also very logical, or you have a practical side. You could say this doesn't make sense, or you may just try to discount it, but listen to it. Listen to your emotions. And I feel like in order to be happy, you do have to express that part of you. You have to express that creative side. Even if you don't become the next great poet, the next great musician, or the next great writer, you still have to have that in your life in some way, maybe as a hobby. Even if you're an accountant or you do some job that's very analytical like that, you can still do this as a hobby. You still have to express yourself. If you're not expressing this part of you, you could feel unfulfilled. You could feel like something is missing, okay? Also, be wary and be conscious that you are in this present moment. So you've got to be careful not to live in your own head. And you've got to be careful to be in this present moment. You cannot focus too much on the past. You cannot focus on your mistakes and beat yourself up. And you cannot be also so future oriented, saving and stacking towards the future or making these plans. You definitely should do that. But again, there's a balance. And only thing that's really real is the present moment. The present is really all there is, okay? So be careful not to, live in the past or obsess about the future, because that won't make you happy. You have to learn how to go with the flow and take things one day at a time. And I know it's so, could be really frustrating. I hate when people tell me, go with the flow. Like, it's how. But you just have to be happy with where you are here and now and live in this moment, because even though we are spiritual beings, we are here for a reason. We were put here for a reason, and that's to live in this moment fully and to be here, not to be in outer space, airy and thinking about, existential stuff, or obsessing about things that happen or things that will happen or may not even happen. You have to be super careful to be in the present moment. All right, let's talk about this mutable moon. Okay. Nothing is set in stone. So, again, I feel like you have a propensity or tendency to be a little rigid. Um, and that's just not going to work for anybody, but especially not you. That's not going to make you happy. Um, you may be the type to think that, oh my gosh, what happened in the past is so final, you can't come back from certain mistakes. Or you could say that you could feel like the future is also set in stone, like have that sense of destiny or that belief in destiny. I don't personally believe that. I do believe you create your own future, you create your world. I do believe in an element of fate, but I feel like you still have free will. So you could go between the two or believe in both of those ideologies, and that won't work for you. I really don't feel like that will work for you. You have to believe that, time is fluid, energy is fluid. Nothing is final. Even if it's a mistake in the past, it's not final. Even if you feel like you're fighting against destiny, it's not final. Remember, all we have is the present moment, and you do have free will. You can create your life. You do have that control over your life. It's just up to you to believe it, to achieve it. All right, let's see what's next. Oh my gosh, you won't believe this. Yeah, Page of Cups again. Different decks. I love when Spirit presents synchronicities like that, like crazy. So, yeah, Page of Cups, but it's upright this time, so that's good. Then we have Seven of Pentacles. Beautiful. Awesome. And then we have Sagittarius. I love, oh yeah. Check out that song by Beyonce, Signs. Sagittarius, the Voyager. Oh my gosh, this is beautiful. So, with this Page of Cups, it's upright now. So, I feel like I'm not telling you anything that you don't already know about yourself in terms of, having a tendency to suppress your feelings. But I feel like you are learning that and working through it and working on listening to your intuition and your creative nature and just your emotions in general. And I feel like that decision is going to pay off big time. However, with the Seven of Pentacles, that always talks about waiting. And if you're anything like me, you hate waiting. But it talks about having patience as well. But it's after you've planted the seeds. It's not like you're waiting for nothing. Okay, it's waiting after you planted the seeds, and you're happily waiting because you know it's going to blossom. It's only a matter of time. Okay, because you know what? You're like, I did the hard work. Now I'm just watching it grow, and I'm watching it come to my life. So I feel like it's happily waiting. Now with Sagittarius, the Voyager, you could have Sagittarius in your chart or not, but this energy is of being bold and daring and movement. So basically what this is saying, you could really change your whole life. Change your whole life when you decide to express how you really feel, express yourself either creatively or your emotions. And it'll when you do that, it'll like plant seeds and uh lay the groundwork for really beautiful things in your life that are long term, that are stable. Okay. And then that will in turn create movement with the Voyager, the Sagittarius. Sagittarius is travel, movement, adventure. So if you do want more excitement in your life, more of a sense of adventure and travel, of independence, take that risk. Take that risk to open up, to expose yourself, to be the true you, to be vulnerable, okay? You will not regret it. Okay, let's see. Your last cards are, oh my gosh, hold the space. Um, yes, your intuition is correct. Okay, another card about intuition. And we also have generosity. Oh my gosh, it's just all coming together. Generosity. I love this card. It says, what good is treasure if you keep it for yourself? So, yeah, why keep your emotions and your feelings and your ideas to yourself? Why? It's put in you. You have this gift. You have this, part of your personality for a reason. It's because you're supposed to share it with the world or share it, with others. You don't have to be the whole world. Maybe just your family, your friends, but it's supposed to be shared. You have this gift and it should be shared. And why keep it to yourself? Why? And again, with a yes, your intuition is correct. Take action accordingly. Again, your intuition is so powerful, it's so strong, and it's telling you to do something. Listen to it. It's telling you to go for it, saying yes. If you want to use this reading as confirmation about whatever, idea that's not harmful, yes, it's correct. Take action. Sagittarius energy, take that action accordingly. Now, with the Druid, hold your space. I feel guided to look at the book for this. Give me a second. It says, hold things together. Don't make any sudden moves or changes. Stand strong, knowing you are where you are supposed to be. Yes, you are. And for the extended message, it says, when the Druid card appears in a reading, you're being guided to dig deep within and hold your station. If you're wondering what to do next or have a sense of anxiety about what is unfolding in your life, it's time to shift your perceptions and move back to a state of trust. Don't change your plans or do anything drastic. Just trust in the process and let everything happen as it needs to before taking any more steps. Think of a tree. It has strong roots, yet continues to grow and bear fruit. Your life will be a reflection of this. Oh my gosh, it's just everything's coming full circle. Again, with that Seven of Pentacles, your life is going to bear fruit. You're planting the seeds. Like, it's just beautiful. Beautiful reading, Pile One. If you find that resonates or you're feeling your girl lay, give this video a thumbs up. That lets YouTube know to recommend it to other people. Comment below what pile you chose or, how it resonates for you. And subscribe for more. Until next time. Bye-bye. Hey, pile number 2, you are in the right place. If you were drawn to the card key, this is your pile. So with the card key, I do feel like you are a very action oriented person. You could like a lot of excitement, like a lot of adventure, like to travel, like to go places. I do not feel like you would like a monotonous, boring job. I think you need a place or an environment where there's a lot of things happening, where each day is different and not boring. This gives me the Chariot vibes, which is all about movement. So I feel like you may move around a lot in your life or just not be happy being settled in one place. And that's also Cancer energy. Also getting fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sag, that energy of like, let's go, go, go. I do feel like you like adventure and excitement and all that stuff. So in order for you to be happy, there has to be, some element of adventure or excitement. All right. So let's see what your first cards are. So you have Nine of Cups, hey, and Strength. Be beautiful. Okay, so this tells me that you're very independent. Um, Not to say that you want to be single forever if you're single, or that you don't want a family. You can very well have a lot of loving relationships in your life or feel very fulfilled from them. But with you, your fulfillment is going to come from deep within. That's true for everyone, but for you, especially, you need to have that independence. You need to have that self sufficiency. You need to be at peace with yourself. You could subscribe to the philosophy that I will not have you if you're not sweeter than my solitude. You could like really love your own company. That's me. This is my pile too. You could really love your own company or just feel very empowered by yourself. You don't really need, you may want other people, you may want new friendships and new relationships, but you feel fulfilled on your own. You have this incredible independent streak. Now, what that tells me is that you will not be happy, of course, being dependent in any way. In any way, you need to have your own money. You need to have your own space, like your own house, your own job, of course. I mean, your own car. You need to have your own, like, or just a method of transportation. You need to have your own. I don't feel like you would ever be happy depending on another person. I feel like because you get your fulfillment, you just feel very happy and secure. It empowers you when you're alone. You feel okay alone. Again, not to say that you're going to be alone, but your strength, you feel empowered by being independent and self sufficient. So if there are periods of your life when you feel like you do have to depend on others, they may not be your happiness. I mean, some people, a lot of people, we fall on hard times, or we may have to depend on others for something. And if that's like a period of your life, you may not feel the happiest then. Also keep in mind though, as independent and beautiful and strong and free as you are, there's a balance. Don't overdo it. Don't think you have to do everything yourself, and don't be afraid to ask for help from others, okay? And let others in. Let's see what else you have. Okay, we have serendipity, 18, which is luck. Lover. Light attributes are great passion and devotion, unbridled appreciation of someone or something. Shadow attributes, obsessive passion that harms others, self-destructive devotion. Okay. That's giving me Leo vibes too. You may have Leo in your chart. Your commitment is being tested first quarter moon. So you could be at a period in your life right now, or there may have been periods of your life where you just felt like you were unlucky, that you have these like streaks of bad luck, and you're like, wow, what's going on? Like, why is this happening? Why me? And it's not to punish you. It's not to make you feel defeated or anything. It's just to test your commitment. Spirit is asking you, are you really serious about this? Do you really want this? It's testing your commitment and it's strengthening you. So you have to view it like that. So you're not happy when you do have those unlucky periods of time, or those bad, pockets, or those bad luck. You see, you just feel like it's bad luck. You could argue that's true for everyone, but I feel like for you especially, you could feel very defeated, and you could feel like it's very hard to bounce back from it, because it's like you may start off with all this excitement, this strength, and this passion, and this goal, and the lover energy, all this, passion and devotion for it, and you just go for it, and then it could feel like somebody turns the lights off. Like you could feel like your light is being snuffed out by the universe or by your circumstances, and you have to be careful to not internalize these periods of your time of your life, because they happen to everybody. It's part of the path. It's part of the journey, and it's just a test. It's not, it's not a permanent circumstance. So you have to be very, very careful to not linger in these moments and to try to bounce back, and don't let it take your joy. Don't let it take your excitement. It's just a test. Um, with the lover energy, I feel like you just are a very beautiful, loving soul. I don't really feel like you're judgmental at all. I feel like you're very compassionate. You live and let live. You have so much love for others. And make sure you give this love as well to yourself. Um, Also, be careful of, the ego. Be careful of doing, too much. There's a fine balance with everything. So you may have this love and all this passion, but there can be a too much. Um this reminds me of how it's like how quickly love can turn to hate. There's a thin line between love and hate. Okay, this reminds me of that because the opposite of love is not hate, is indifference. So if I feel like if hate is still present, there's a passion behind that hate. So I feel like you have to be very careful of your emotions, of how strong and how powerful your passions are, because like the sun is beautiful, but if the sun were to come closer to us by just 1 inch, then we could like burn to a crisp. Okay, there could be too much. So have that fine balance between like with your passions and how much love you devote to others. Okay. All right, let's see what else. Okay, definitely told you you're a travel person. We have Two of Wands. Oops. The Empress. Just kidding, it's not the Empress. Nine of Pentacles in reverse. That's funny how this is in the reverse. I'll explain. And then we have 10th house, reputation. Okay, so this is, yep, Capricorn. All right, so messages I am getting. Definitely with the Two of Wands, you probably like to travel, or you could have a great interest in foreign cultures, maybe different languages or different cultures. Your friends could come from a lot of different backgrounds. You could be multicultural yourself. Um, this card could also mean that you could settle down in a foreign land. Like you may retire in a foreign land, or you may spend some time abroad living in a foreign land, or you might just say, you know what, when I retire, I'm going to live somewhere else. Definitely, in whatever case you are going to see the world, I feel like especially, you need to experience other cultures in order to be happy. So make sure you're feeling that passion in your life. Make sure you are dedicating time to explore, experience, and meet other people. I feel like you thrive off of that. You like the differences in people. You feel like the world would be so boring if everybody were the same race, ethnicity, culture, and you would think it was just so boring and bland. And you just feel like you really like other cultures. Now, what's interesting here is this Nine of Pentacles being in reverse. Okay, so upright, this is the independent, all my ladies, independent woman or man, and they're abundant. They make money. They're self sufficient. So remember, that's what I talked about earlier. Being self sufficient, independent, that's you. You need that to be happy. However, it's in reverse. Now, remember, I'm telling you with everything, there's a fine balance. You have to be careful not to be, I guess, overly independent. Like, you could be overly reliant on others. You could also be overly independent. You could also feel like, you could also border on being really solitary. Not even like with how you act. Like, you could be the most outgoing person, but still keep others at arm's length. You know what I mean? So what I'm saying is, be careful not to take this too far. Make sure you're open to others. Make sure you ask for help. It's okay to depend on people sometimes. Okay? You don't have to do everything yourself. All right? And I do feel like, even though you're so independent, I do feel like sometimes you resent that about yourself. Sometimes you feel like, dang, I do want a relationship, or I do want more friends, or I do want more people in my life. Like, you want that, like, in theory. Sometimes you may feel as though, why why am I like this? Why can't I be like more dependent and more clingy and stuff? And it's just you. It's your nature. Don't, fight the feeling. That's you. Accept yourself. Okay. We also do have this 10th house reputation. So I do feel like you are overly concerned with your reputation or your status in your life. When you do that, though, it doesn't make you happy. So you could be obsessed with getting the best grades in school, having the best job, getting a promotion, making more money, doing more. You could fall into the trap of comparing yourself to other people and their status in life versus your status in life. I feel like you care too much what other people think. Sorry, just have to drop that bomb. Remember, I'm roasting myself as I roast you because this is my pile. Yeah, you care way too much what other people think. Yeah. And in terms of your career achievements and just your status in life, I find that it's great. This tells me that you do have a lot of ambition. You do you could have an entrepreneurial spirit too, and you do want to achieve great things, and you probably will. But when you're not, or when you find obstacles, you may beat yourself up because you're like, oh my gosh, everybody else has this and that, and I don't. And people have made it there this far, and I'm still trying to get this far. No, no bueno. That is not good for you. All right, your last cards are. This is funny. You have drop your shields, protection guardian. I mean, that's clear to me. You gotta open up to people. But I will be reading from the book on this one. It's a beautiful card, by the way. Accept heaven's help, Lord. You've prayed for help, so get out of the way and let heaven help you. Oh my gosh, if I could scream that at you. Prudence, don't be lured by the siren's song. All right, let's get into it. So yeah, when you need to work on asking for help and work on receiving help, and also get out of your own way. You could be the most spiritual, intuitive person, and you could like call on your guides and your ancestors and all that stuff, but you could still get in your own way because you're not letting the universe do its part and help you. So manifestations are part setting the intention, laying the groundwork, belief, your part, doing what you got to do, and then in part spirit or the universe. There comes a point with your manifestations where you have to let go and allow it time and space to form. And while it's forming, it may take time. You have to be patient. You have to be patient and believe and have faith that even if it's taking too long for your liking, it's still coming because you've prayed and your prayers will be answered. So believe in it. Now, prudence. Don't be lured by the siren song. So don't believe that chit chat, that chatter, that I don't care if it's coming from you or outside people. Don't believe that inner negative self critic that's like, oh, I'm never going to amount to anything, or because they have a house and a car and I don't, they're better than me. Like, don't listen to that inner critic, that self depreciating, negative, self critical spirit. Don't listen to it. You are incredibly wise, and I need you to, like, when it comes to it, use your logical side and say, no, that doesn't make sense because I was born worthy. That doesn't make sense because it's just not my season and I will get what I want. I just have to be patient. Okay? Be wise or prudent. Make the right choice for you. And don't let fear steal your joy, your faith, your peace of mind. Okay? I'm going to read from the book about protection, guardian. Drop your shields. Just kidding. I can't find it. Oh, found it. Found it. Okay. At the back of the book. Drop your shields. Message. Drop any shields of shame, resistance, and fear. Didn't I just say this? That are standing between you and your chances of enjoyment and fun. Know that you don't need to hide who you are or the gifts that you have. Hello. You were born to shine. Don't play small. Don't make yourself small. Okay, I'm not reading all this. I'll read the extended message. You may have encountered shame or embarrassment in your past, but that is not your present. Angels are drawing close at this time to help you move beyond any limiting thoughts, emotions, and patterns that may be making you feel unsafe. Know that angelic protection is swirling around you at this moment and will help you move forward in a more fearless way. Call on your guides for help in changing your frequency so you can feel safe and protected at this time. You are stronger than you think. That strength card is over somewhere. You're so strong. And your angels and ancestor guides are here to help you realize this now. You're so strong. You're so powerful. Pow 2, that's your reading. If you're feeling it, give your girl Lay a thumbs up. Comment below what pal you chose or how it resonates for you. And subscribe for more. Until next time. Bye. Hey, pal number 3, if you chose the house key, you are in the right place. So with the house key, I think you thrive off of security. You need security and stability, whether that's finances, financially, home life, career, all aspects. Emotional stability, you need stability. Okay, that's what the home key is telling me. So you could be an earth sign or have earth placements, especially in the moon. Um, but security and stability is definitely a part of your happy life. All right, so let's look at your first card. Oh my gosh. Oh. Okay, so we have 10 of Wands and the Star. Okay, so the Star, of course, everybody loves this card. Who doesn't? So you can have Aquarius in your chart or not. But this talks about hope. Hope. It talks about a wish for a better time, a more peaceful time. And with the Star, it is assured that more peaceful, calm, stable, better life is assured. You just have to believe in it. Don't lose sight of the star or your vision. Don't lose sight of it, of your wish. Believe in it. Now, with the 10 of Wands, I feel like you may have had or you have a hard life, or, maybe growing up you had a lot of difficulties. You could have had a tough childhood. Maybe you had to help out, mom or dad with the bills growing up. I just feel like from an early age, you learn the definition of work, of hard work. Yeah, you could come from, a low income family, or just in some way you were challenged growing up or in life in general. It was just hard for whatever reason. Okay. So you could feel like there there are just a lot of like burdens. I feel like you just want to, be free and be free from like maybe financial constraints, or just maybe there are some people in your life like family who are toxic and don't serve you, and I feel like you want to lay down a lot of burdens. You want to be able to move on and move past things and let go of things. And again, with the star card, that is assured. That is assured. This to me also talks about like overworking yourself. It could be a very, very hard worker, which is common for people who value security, especially my earth signs out there. Um, but everything in balance, everything in moderation. Don't be careful of driving yourself, working yourself to the bone. Be careful of that. Money, I'm not gonna lie, money is so important. It's super, super important. It's just not everything, okay? Um, Even if you're in school and you're not like worried about money per se, maybe you're just worried about doing well in school to get a good job. You gotta learn to relax sometimes. And, you know, you gotta be careful to incorporate self care into your routine and just have a balance. Like, you know what? Don't sacrifice your social life, and fun and things that make you happy, hobbies that make you happy, uh, because it's not like part of your goal. Um, I know for me, I'm like, oh, why have a hobby if it doesn't make you money? And that's just not a good attitude to have. Hobbies are, things that make you happy. Like, do stuff for you, just for you. It doesn't have to generate income. It doesn't have to, make the world a better place in any way. It could be purely selfish and just make you so happy to do, and incorporate that into your life. Because if it's just all work, 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 then that won't make you feel happy. Especially, next to the star, you could feel like your faith and your dedication is being tested a lot in your life. And that's a result of like, working so hard, being so focused on your goals. However, you have to remain faithful, even if you can't see the star out, even if it's a cloudy night, a dark night, and there are like no stars. You still have to believe better times are coming, because they are. All right, let's see what else we have. Oh my gosh, orphaned. See how sad this card looks? Number 5, and 5 is the card of like conflict, instability, gossip. Shadow attributes are: thrives on the power of passing on private or secret information, betraying confidences, awakens consideration for the feelings of others, honoring trust. And be bold and make the first move, cardinal moon in reverse. Okay, so let's start with the orphan. Okay, of course, the orphan card is a card of sadness. And with the fives are all about change, but change that's like conflict and just chaotic in a sense. So again, that goes back to maybe having a rough childhood, just feeling like others don't get you, feeling like you don't have any place, like you don't have a home, like you don't have somewhere to belong, or feeling uncomfortable. Um, and I feel like these are not like realities. I feel like it's maybe you had a hard lesson to learn in childhood, and you're bringing that into adulthood and thinking the same circumstances are going to happen. Maybe you were abandoned in some way, and now you're thinking everybody's going to leave you. again, what happened to you does not define you, pile three. So, in order for you to be happy, you have to find that sense of home, first of all, in yourself. And then you gotta like work on healing yourself because if you're believing that you are an orphan, then you're going to attract people who are also broken and who are just going to try to break you even more because they don't love themselves. You see what I'm saying? So definitely work on feeling work on healing yourself because with this gossip, you could be telling yourself a lot of false stuff. Just false, okay? Gossips, they just spread lies and inaccuracies. And I think this is just a you to you saying, oh, I'm inadequate, or oh, I'm this and I'm no good, or I'm that. Like, be careful of what you're telling yourself. Be careful of the story you're telling yourself. Be careful of how you are framing yourself. You could frame yourself as an orphan, or you can frame yourself as a survivor, as a go getter, as somebody who endured and who is strong. So be careful how you talk to yourself and don't listen to that inner critic, especially when it comes to going after your goals. You know, stability is important to you, and you have to be able to take maybe risks or just make some bold moves and bold first moves. But if you're letting this feeling of, oh, I'm inadequate for whatever reason because of what happened to me get in the way, then you'll have obstacles, you'll have trouble, reaching your goals, and then finding happiness, because you don't believe in yourself, you don't believe you're capable. The star, again, that's like a lack, it could be a lack of hope in yourself. You could have every single thing you want if you just believe it and you have hope and faith in it, okay? And again, these goals, you have some important life goals and ambitions that you want to go after, and you want to build your empire, your legacy, your stability, your security. But you can't do it by playing safe all the time and playing small. That's not how you're going to achieve your dreams. So, if you're resonating with that, if that's you, be careful. Be careful and mindful not to stay in your shell. Okay? All right, let's see your other cards. We have Seven of Swords, Two of Wands, and Taurus, the bombshell. So you can have Taurus energy in your chart. Don't have to be. So with the Seven of Swords, I do feel like you're very mistrustful of people. I do feel that. And then again, that could stem from some situation that happened as a child or growing up, or if nothing happened, just could, be really skeptical about other people. And you really could just feel like others are not trustworthy. And again, examine, is it in your mind? Is it really real? Did they really do something to not earn your trust? Or is it just your defensives? Is it just your just having a mistrustful nature, and just, is it you basically, or is it them? Now, with the Two of Wands, okay, you could be at a crossroads. I hesitate to say that because I feel like every tarot reading or every psychic reading is like, you may feel like you're at a crossroads. They really do say that, but this is the card of you, like, making a decision. You could feel unclear about your life path or life direction, or that could be a theme in your life of feeling indecisive. And next to the Taurus, the bombshell. Again, Taurus is an earth sign. Earth signs, they all about the security and the stability. Taurus, they need the money. They need, they like the finer things in life. They could be possessive and stubborn, but they're solid. However, in reverse, you could say you feel like there's a struggle to achieve that baseline security, like having your needs met. So, yeah, you could be like unsure about how to go about having your needs met and finding that fulfillment and the happiness that you desire. Probably while you're watching this video, huh? But again, the Seven of Swords, I do feel like it all goes back to the story or what you tell yourself. Okay? It goes back to healing yourself and realizing everybody is not like that one person who hurt you. Everybody's not like that one person who mistreated you or who betrayed your trust. Everybody is not going to stab you in the back or try to steal from you. And again, with the Seven of Swords, it does talk about stealing or dishonesty and cheating and stuff, but there's nothing nobody has taken from you, or there's nothing that they can take from you. They just can't. So it's reaching a sense of value and self-worth and realizing that the best parts of you, the most strong parts of you is something that cannot be taken. It's invaluable. And you may feel like somebody took away your confidence or they took away your sense of stability or security, or they took away your life, challenged you too much, and they took away your peace of mind. But again, it's within. It's within. I always say that it's within. But it just can't be taken from you. It's there. It's still there in you. It's just a matter of doing that work, maybe shadow work or just self-healing. And again, I don't advise everybody to go on that inner healing journey alone. You may have to work through that with a counselor, a therapist, or a trusted friend, because it could get very painful. It could get very real. But just realizing that you're born worthy. I say that a lot too, but you are born worthy, and that the gifts that you were born with are gifts that you still have, and that you're still worthy. Now, with the crossroads, that could talk about that journey, like deciding whether or not to go on that journey, to get rid of that mistrustful nature so you can achieve that security and stability. Again, I'm not telling you any of you guys in this pile or in this reading in general that stuff that you don't already know. I do feel like you already know that this is what's really truly threatening your sense of stability and security. So it's up to you, pile number 3. Okay, so you also have helpful person, seer, see beyond the current situation, definitely. Guidance, find safety in your beacon's light. So guidance talks about inner guidance. It says find safety in your beacon's light, not somebody else's. So again, that intuition, that light, it's within you. You already have it. You don't need to look for it or search for it unless you're going inside, looking inside. Especially with the seer, I will be reading from the book about this, so stay tuned for that. But see beyond the current situation. Yeah, the circumstances around you or the circumstances of your past, they're not you. They don't define you. And this talks about just seeing your worth, knowing your worth. Right now, you cannot really know. You can't really see maybe your worth. You may be blindfolded. And again, someone wants to help you. Think of whom that might be and initiate contact. Yeah, there could be somebody that's reaching out for you. It could be a potential lover. It could be your current lover, a friend, a family member, even a coworker. Or this person could be yourself, an aspect of yourself. Like there's somebody who wants to see you healed and secure and stable and happy again. Think about who that is and make sure you accept that help, pile 3. Now, let me see what it says for seer. That gives me high priestess energy all the way. Okay, seer, seer, seer. Here we go. Look beyond your current situation, raise your vibration, and focus on love. Not reading that. Extended message. Well, it says the message of this card is to let the clairvoyant within you, everybody's psychic, rise up so that you can see the way forward yourself. So, see the way forward, the direction for the Two of Wands energy, yourself with your spiritual eyes looking within. It says, clairvoyance isn't just about predicting the future, it's about being able to see clearly enough create to create your best future. You are being encouraged by your ancestral guides and angels to see beyond what you think is happening now. Don't allow your ego or doubts to play games with you. Instead of seeing yourself as stuck or lost, know you're in an energetic holding space while the universe recalibrates a path that is more favorable for you. So, again, it talks about the way forward, which path to take. Angels of light are upgrading your energy so your experiences can be more enjoyable. You are moving towards something extremely uplifting and enlightening. So stay calm and keep your eyes on the prize, those spiritual eyes. So, Pile 3, that's your reading. If you're feeling it or you felt it, give it a thumbs up. That lets YouTube know to recommend it to others, as well as commenting below what pile you chose and how it resonates for you. And subscribe for more. Until next time.